Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, it's your boy, Jake. It's your boy,
Dono.
Hey, and we're back again. The Average Commute.
What up, guys?
It feels good.
Take a little break.
Number 4, we took a little break. You know, John taught me what it means to take a break.
Yeah.
And it felt good.
Went to a spa.
Ooh.
And got my nails done.
Ooh.
That's
Well, we have a new camera, John.
It's probably worse.
Yeah, who knows? We're trying it out. My old iPhone 6 Plus.
It won't cut out.
It won't cut out. Hopefully.
Jinxed.
Well, John, we got some exciting things for our viewers. Exciting things.
Yeah.
Our viewers are going up. Our subscribers are going up.
Got 6 now. Let's go.
Started from the bottom.
Now we're at 6.
Yeah. Now we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Right now we're like an inch off the bottom.
Inch off the bottom. But hey, it feels good. So let's tell them we're going to come out with some new content here soon. You know, John's a busy man. He may be joining us on and off, but it's going to be good. I hope he continues to join with us.
Yeah.
Comment down below how you want John to stay with us.
Yeah, comment if you like me. If they don't like me, you guys can kick me off if you want.
If you don't like me, then John takes over. So here's what I'm talking about. We got some good things coming to the channel. Instead of the Couch Potato, we decided to rename it. It's going to be the Untitled Playlist for video games. We're going to call it the Untitled Playlist. Everything has to do with a car. I'm going to do some unsolved crimes. I know John wasn't into that, but I'm going to do some with a friend of mine. Unsolved crimes.
Yeah, comment below if you like crimes.
Yeah, it's going to be called Forgotten Roads. We're going to see if we can solve them. Forgotten Roads. And then we got some some unboxing videos coming up. What's in your trunk is what we're going to call it. And then last but not least, of course, a day in the life of. And our first guest, John's encouraged me to go after this first guest. Y'all will love him.
Should we keep it a secret or should we tell him?
I think we'll keep it a secret.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's going to be surprised.
Can we say that he's kind of like a Florida man in his own right?
Yeah. I mean, we should be scared. Or should we? I don't know.
Are you excited? Are you scared? Like and comment below. So anyway, John, we got some exciting things today.
Yeah.
We got some exciting things today.
Cool stuff.
I'm going to start off with a question for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into the news. Here's our first question, John. Have you ever owned or have you ever wanted to own a chicken?
I haven't owned a chicken.
Tell us about it.
My dog kept attacking it and eating it alive, so we had to give it away.
You had to give it away. How did you get a chicken?
Okay, so I was at one of like I don't even know, it was like a rodeo type fair thing, and they were selling like these little chicks for like $2 each. Yeah. And I was like young at the time.
And you were like, I want that.
Yeah, it was adorable.
It was adorable.
And then I took it home, and then I was like, shoot, this thing's gonna, I have to raise this thing, it's gonna suck, you know?
Like, I gotta actually put in work.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you? I think you were young, dude.
That was a long time.
Was I on my mission when you got that chicken?
Probably.
Because I remember like seeing pictures of a baby chicken, and then I remember coming home and seeing like it was a big chicken,
rooster.
Dude. And then we had to catch it sometimes. We had to
yeah, it would like fly.
Oh my gosh. But you know what, John? Have you ever wanted another chicken so bad that you would strip yourself naked, cover yourself in mud, break into a chicken coop while you're on the run from the cops, only to steal chicken for your midnight snack?
He stole a live chicken to eat it.
To eat it.
He didn't go out to McDonald's and spend like $4
on chicken nuggets.
10 piece.
No, he could have. So let me read you this.
Don't tell me this is a Florida man.
This is a Florida man.
Oh,
you ready for this headline?
There's too many Florida men.
Naked Florida man crashed a stolen car, then evaded police, found in a chicken coop naked.
Jeez.
So this is what happened. Our boy. His last name Min. His name is Min.
Min.
Our boy Min was like zit and yeah, he was like this. Oh crap! I accidentally did some bad things to my dog, and then he's like, I'm on the run. So he gets in his car. Homeboy's like, I'm gonna get my car. I'm gonna escape. So what does he do? He goes, crashes his car, strips butt naked, runs into a chicken coop, covers himself in mud to try to hide from the cops, steals his chicken because he's hungry, and he goes, I think I can hide the rest of the time stealing a chicken, hiding underneath the thing. He got cut literally butt naked.
Butt naked. That sucks.
Trying to steal a chicken.
I feel bad for him, but
so comment down below.
He
did it to himself. Yeah. He was desperate.
He was desperate. Did it to himself.
Maybe he didn't have $4 for a 5-piece.
Jeez. Well, he doesn't have a car anymore either. Or clothes.
Look, last Florida man attacked someone at Mickey D's. Maybe he didn't want to make the same mistake. So comment down below if you ever felt so desperate that you'd strip down to your nothings, your jibbly jibbles.
Crash a car,
and steal a chicken. Should I hit you with another Florida man story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you ready? You ready for this headline?
Man.
Florida man learns the hard way that he stole laxatives, not opioids.
That's what he gets. That's karma right there.
John, I have a question for you. Have you ever wanted drugs so bad that you took laxatives instead and diarrheaed yourself to almost death?
No.
Okay, because homeboy did.
Jeez.
So Florida man thought he was being smart when he stole opioids for the medicine cabinet of a home where he was staying. However, he found that he took laxatives and he was caught red-handed on the toilet.
Red-handed. Poop.
So anyway, they've heard him screaming from the toilet because he didn't check twice. Maybe there's an anaconda. It was so he went and then all of a sudden, whoa! And they came in and they went, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I thought they were opioids." So anyway, comment below if you've ever been so desperate that you stole laxatives instead of opioids.
Jeez.
I mean, John, we said we started for the.
Florida men are getting desperate nowadays.
Beating someone up over a straw.
Straw.
Stripping naked to steal a chicken.
Jeez.
And last but not least, taking laxatives instead of his drugs, thinking that they would help. Moral of the story, don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. For those 6 viewers out there.
Yeah, 6 viewers.
Don't do...
Shout out. Drugs.
Boom. Shout out. Oh, John, give him some love.
Love for
See, this is why John needs to stay. All right.
Yeah, comment down below if you want me to stay.
Yeah, if we get 3 likes in this video, John, you're gonna have to stay.
3 likes.
3 likes, boys.
Jeez.
3 likes. All right, John, what do we got on the tech side today?
Tech side?
Yeah, John has something amazing.
Man, it's been so long. It's been like
2 days.
Yeah, it's been 2 days. Forgot how to function on the podcast. Got too comfortable. All right. Yeah, tech for today.
Yeah.
All right. You've driven on or flown on a plane before, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a private jet to yourself?
I've always wanted one.
Always wanted a private jet. Who doesn't? Well, have you ever flown on a super hypersonic speed jet thing?
No. I want to hear about this.
All right. So Boeing and some other companies in like Japan and other stuff.
Of course.
Oh yeah, Japan, crazy. They're awesome though. Shout out Japan viewers.
Love my Japan.
But yeah, so. They are announcing, starting in 2023, a supersonic jet, hypersonic, that will be able to travel up to 1,451 miles.
1,450 miles per hour?
So basically, let me give you an example here. If you want to fly from New York to London, only take 3 hours.
How long did it take before?
I don't know.
How long was because you flew over to Europe. How long was your flight?
Straight like 12 to 14 hours.
You're kidding.
Jeez.
So you're saying I could just get on a jet and go fly over the pond? Wait, you want to know why, John? Because they were inverted. Inverted. So that's incredible. Have they tested this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you laughing? What happened, John?
Okay, it's not a funny...
Was a Florida man driving?
Not a funny matter, but okay. Let me. Okay. I have to give the background. Give the background. So a supersonic jet, right? It's not going to be cheap.
No.
Tickets were $12,000, but have recently dropped.
$12,000.
Because
wait. $12,000.
$12,000.
You might as well just own your own private jet.
You might as well just like own a private jet, like
and fly comfortably for 12 hours.
Jeez.
Wait, but they dropped.
So they dropped because supersonic travel. I mean, it's pretty brand new, right?
It's pretty brand new. What happened?
They had a plane crash. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Wait. Rest in peace?
Yeah.
What happened?
Plane. Okay, so Supersonic Jet malfunctioned.
Oh.
Crashed.
Oh.
And
Going
no
1,400
survivors.
miles.
But
Oh.
yeah, so I mean, it's kind of scary. It's kind of a risk. It's a new technology. Hey.
Rest in peace. And maybe we take a moment of silence. 3, 2, 1. We're back.
All right. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So wow.
Jeez.
$12,000, but they dropped. What are the prices now? They haven't said.
No, they just dropped because I don't know. Some people have been.
Hey, it's not $12,000. You can still fly on our jet. We may have blown up.
Yeah. So expect some, I don't know, freaking commercial jet, hyper supersonic jets, 2023.
Wow.
But those are scary. Yeah.
Wow.
Now that you know.
Now that you know.
Take precaution. If you have $12,000, now less, laying around, freaking.
Might as well just take it.
Yeah.
Or have you seen those? Okay. I've always wanted to fly first class too, like business first class. Have you seen those new like first class jets that like take you to China or India or whatever?
The Emirates?
Yeah.
Emirates.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk about that?
Oh man. Yeah. Oh. Emirates, like first class.
Yeah, tell me. You probably know a little bit better. Tell me what they have.
All right, so first class, they have this little freaking. So it's basically like your own room. The doors they slide closed like this a little bit, and then your chair is like it's like huge chair. You can basically just like lay on the ground basically.
Holy junk!
And the chair like folds down into a bed, and then the lady folds out a bed for you and stuff on the chair. You have like a fold out TV with like this like iPad remote.
You're kidding.
A little bar comes up.
Oh my gosh. How much are those tickets?
Those things are like, I don't know. I'm gonna guess like $20,000. Expensive, bro.
You can hear me typing on my keyboard. Look at this up. Holy crap! Holy crap! $19,000.
That's what I'm saying.
$19,000.
But it's like, and then you can get up and they have a bar on the plane. You can walk around.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
See that?
It's like it's like a 42-inch TV. We're talking like a bed in there. We're talking. I'm sure you got like. Oh wow. I'm sure you get like incredible.
And no, you haven't heard the nicest thing yet.
Whoa. There's something nicer.
You have a scheduled bathroom like break, whatever. So for 30 minutes, you can go take a full-on shower. They have a huge bathroom.
What?
30-minute shower and like all this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's so nice.
So moral of the story, would you rather fly in a machine that may kill you but you get there faster?
Faster.
It's the principle of life.
Yeah. Jeez.
Or would you rather travel a little bit slower but in luxury?
Luxury.
It's like, would you rather take a GMC Denali like Yukon, right? Like the Suburban cruising, or would you rather take the Porsche
and crash
and potentially crash if you're going 200 an hour, 200?
Jeez.
Wow.
No, yeah.
Comment below if you've ever wanted to get right. Maybe one day John and I will have enough money to pay for one of you people to fly. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
donations.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw. So I watched this channel called Mikey Chen. This guy, he flies all around the world, eats all these different foods.
Oh, yeah.
I like Mikey. He's a good guy.
Yeah, sounds like
anyway, if he ever watches this video, Mikey, shout out to you. Don't need a shout out, but shout out to you guys. Haven't checked out his channel. Check it out. He's not. I don't know him from Adam, but he's a good guy.
Yeah, just a homie.
So anyway, he showed flying on one of those first class and stuff, and it was incredible. And he talks about their dinner menus and stuff, and their food is like from a 5-star restaurant.
It's insane.
Obviously, I talk about the food. That was my belly. But anyway, it's insane.
No, yeah, these things. Emirates. I think we're taking Emirates to Africa, so I'm going to Africa in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna be flying on Emirates because that's the only one that goes that far. Yeah. Down there.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram?
Yeah. If you feel comfortable sharing with the viewers, your personal.
My personal Instagram is JW_right.
JW Wright. Check it out because you're gonna probably post some stuff to Insta while you're back or when you get back.
I have to have good Instagram posts.
Yeah,
to be a freaking model.
Jeez. So check it out. John's doing some pretty cool things in Zambia.
Yeah.
Talk about it real quick. What are you going over there for?
All right, so we have it's a little service mission over there. We're gonna be flying, traveling for 2 days, layover in Dubai, which is what is it, country or whatever in the world.
Yeah. One of the wealthiest countries in the world.
Tallest building in the world there too.
Yeah.
Then we will fly down to the middle part of Africa in Zambia. And we're gonna do some like service, and we're gonna work on building a hospital for the.
You're building a hospital.
Building a hospital for some tribes.
Dude, that's my field. You're building a hospital, man. That's legit.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that Aunt Heidi's thing? Right?
Yeah, it's one of our aunt owns like a little thing down there, service project thing.
Wow, she's the one that I think runs. She's the one that founded the service project itself. So anyway, the nonprofit. That's what it's called. Yeah. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to be sad that John's going to be leaving me for about a month, right?
Yeah, geez, 17 days.
But we'll be filming up videos, and then we'll just post them like once a week while he's gone, and then we can do some Instagram stuff. So that way John feels like he's still close to home. But anyway, So John, you're flying Emirates, so you got to at least do like a little vlog while you're there, dude, on Emirates.
No, yeah, we won't be in first class. I'll tell you that. But no, I'll be probably in the luggage area in the bottom when they store all the poop and luggage.
Well, look at this. This is. I think this is like what your cabin will look like. That's nice.
Yeah, just the plane tickets alone, it costs more than the entire trip.
Seriously.
Yeah, and like all the food, hotels, and.
Wow, I'll post a picture of the. John will send me the picture of the Hyperjet so you guys can check it out. Yeah. He'll also send me the website, nbcnews.com/mock/science. Look it up. You guys, this is going to be really cool. I think the design looks really, really cool. Almost looks like the Blackbird. Have you seen those? Like the old Blackbird S71s?
This mock-up's a prototype. There's actually planes out there. I think a company called Boom. That's the one from Japan. Yeah. And that one, I think, is out there and flying around. You guys, now, maybe I don't even know.
Life is changing and rapidly growing.
That's why I'm here to cover it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, man. Yeah, I know. Pretty incredible. So look it up. It's gonna be really cool. Look up Emirates flight. If any of you have ever had the chance to fly Emirates first class, please comment down below and tell us about it. We'd love to hear it. And if anything, you can send us a little video and then we could post it on here. But I honestly, I've been really intrigued. If I ever have that much money to just blow on a flight, I think I would love to do that. Like, because it would just be... I mean, like, look, I'm 6'5".
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Yeah, you're just a couple of... So, I'm big. John's skinnier, but I'm a big dude, okay? Yeah. Flying is not a comfortable experience for me.
Oh, no. It's the worst part of the trip, to be honest.
Really? You hate it too?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because, like, I'm 6'2". I'm pretty tall.
You're tall.
My knees, like... Yeah, and you just cramped for like 12 hours and you can't sleep and you can't do anything. And
my gosh.
I can't sleep on planes.
Neither can I, dude. My wife is always like, why don't you just fall asleep? I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, what? I don't know. Can you sleep like this, like sitting up? Like,
yeah, sitting up. Because also you have to understand, my knees are against the back of the other chair. So it's like pain.
Straight pain.
It's straight pain. And so like someone one time said, why don't you take like a sleeping pill? Well, I'm too scared because I may take a laxative by accident.
Yeah,
and we all know that plane bathrooms are not fun.
Snake could come out of it.
Snake on a plane. I mean, we could go on and on and on.
Jeez.
But here's the thing: have you ever flown Allegiant?
Yeah.
Allegiant flights. Allegiant flights. They're super cheap, so you can't blame them. But my knees, if I get a regular seat, I cannot my feet won't touch the ground. I kid you not. Jeez. Because my knees, like I'm that tall and I'm big, so I have to sit I literally sit like this.
Yeah, they weren't meant. They weren't made for Jake, right?
No, they weren't.
That's tough.
All right. Well, let's move into the business section. I just got some quick updates for you, John. You know Barnes & Noble.
Oh yeah.
Barnes & Noble is one of those companies that I would say, if you would have asked me probably a month, 2 months ago, hey, should I invest in Barnes & Noble? Heck no. And let me tell you why. No, you want to know why? Because, John, the digital age. Everyone gets their books on like Amazon. They get the ebooks or whatever. Or you can order them online for way cheap. Like I ordered like 4 different new books. Guess for how much? Brand new.
How much?
Like $12 for the lot, and it was like they were like American Sniper. Yeah. Lone Survivor.
You can get the Kindle too, and just have it read it for you and stuff.
I have a Kindle on my phone, and I will read magazines and different things on my phone. Yeah. It makes it so much easier. So anyway, so you want to 2 months ago I would have said no. Last week I just had this thought. I'm like, what are the top stocks to look at?
Yeah.
Barnes and Noble's on there, and I go, what the heck?
No.
I look at it. They were in the middle of a business deal. They were thinking, so this was 3 days ago, they were thinking about selling their business for like $500 million to like $1 billion. Okay,
Jeez.
That's incredible, right? Selling it to this this European company that just bought out all these other bookstores. Well, so here I am. I'm reading into it. Then it says I read all these articles. It may fall through. So the stocks literally shot up $3, then dipped a little bit because it was like maybe they won't. So people are like buy, sell, right?
Yeah.
Well, again, this goes back to the first principle we talked about in the first podcast. You should do stocks based off of human behavior.
Yeah.
You should base it off of human behavior. So I thought, okay, this company's already bought this out. Barnes and Noble needs to sell. These guys are willing to buy. They're going to sell it. I invested. I bought these stocks right when it dipped. Bought like 7 shares. Doubled my money.
Jeez. And how much is it a share?
So when I bought it, I got it at like $4 a share. It rose up to $7.50 a share, and now it's sitting at about $6.80 a share. So I didn't double right now, but I mean I earned a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't sold it, but I'm sure it's just going to continue to rise for a little bit. I'm going to sell it when it passes that 750 mark. I'm going to sell it and then take that money. So invest in something else.
Yeah.
So stocks are doing really well. All the stocks have been up. Again, the Robinhood app, look into it. It's great. I'm going to give you 2 business tips, and then we're going to dive into the live section. So you've been thinking the heart to heart.
Yeah.
That's what we need to call it. The heart to heart. You know what? Let's open our hearts to you while you open your hearts to us. Okay, so here's my 2 business things. So last time we talked about resumes. Now we're going to talk about interviews.
Interviews?
Yeah. Interviews, people hate interviews. Some people love them. I had the rare opportunity.
Interviews are scary.
They're scary.
No, so are you talking about like interviews for job, right?
Yeah, so like you're going to be interviewed and how to be the best interview.
I haven't had an interview yet, but that's like one of the main things I'm nervous about. Just
yeah.
Well,
let me see if I can help you.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes a good interviewee, John?
Interviewee. All right.
Yeah. So you're being interviewed. What makes a good interviewee?
Oh yeah, if the guy walks in, he's confident.
Yeah.
He's polite.
Yeah.
And he knows like what he's talking about.
Knows what he's talking about.
The 3 things that you definitely need.
Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
So did they steal stuff from you?
No, that ties in perfectly what I'm going to say.
Cool.
So like when I interviewed people, the 3 things I looked for, were that I looked for was the person confident? I looked at the person was proactive. 90% of the time, if the person came in and I said, "Hey, how's it going?" and they said, "Really well. How are you?" And I said, "Were you able to find this place okay?" And they went, "Yeah. How's it going, guys? I'm so happy to be here." When they took initiative and they were proactive and had a smile on their face, I was like, "I like this guy." Some people oversell that. You got to find the balance.
Yeah, that's true.
And so the main way that I'll do it, I'll show you. I usually am like this. "Hey, how's it going, guys? It's so nice to meet all of you. So nice to be here." And then I crack a joke. Whoa, right?
Felt that one.
So that's number 1. Love the confidence. Don't be overconfident, but study your business. That's tip number 2.
Yeah.
Study it and take ownership of it. So the position that you're applying for, let's say it's a manager of a Safeway. Study the Safeway. Study their business model. Study what makes them successful. Study where they're at in the stock market. Study why they're failing and come up with solutions. We talked about that. Identifying solutions to problems. Come up with solutions. Do different things. And then take an ownership mentality. How can you help your store be the best? And then you're going to base things off that, okay? So that's tip number 2. Number 3, this is the killer. You ready for this?
3.
Tell stories, but keep it to a minute to a minute 30.
Like stories? What do you mean by stories? Like personal stories?
Personal stories. So if I say, John, so most interviews are now going to a behavioral based type of question mindset. So rather than saying like, what makes a good Safeway employee? Rather than asking questions like that, we ask questions that are more like, tell us about a time you didn't see eye to eye with a coworker and what you did to resolve it. Right? So most people, when I ask that question, a lot of people, they make the mistake, they just go, well, I don't know if there was ever a time, there's always a time where humans, they gotta dig deep, find a time you didn't get along with somebody, or you just went, that guy, I disagree with him. And think about what you did to resolve it, okay?
Yeah.
So like I tell a story, like I usually always go, well, there was, when I worked for X, Y, and Z, there was a certain employee there that I presented an idea. He didn't like it. And so I did X, Y, and Z to resolve it, right? I sat down, I tried to understand his point of view. He tried to understand mine, right? I like to build a culture of understanding, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So get these stories down pat, especially like tell us about yourself. Don't do the typical, I'm a hardworking, passionate individual. No one cares.
Yeah, that's what everyone
everyone says, right? Everybody says that. Like 90% of people that apply for jobs. Why do we want you? Because I'm really hardworking. Well, that's what the last 9 people said, you know?
Yeah.
So let me tell you, develop a story. So like I always say, if it's with my healthcare positions, I tell the story of when I was 17, I got in a serious accident. I had a doctor who took great care of me. And after that, I just like developed this hardcore passion for healthcare. And I condense a story down to about 2 minutes. Okay. And I tell this story, and usually it's like this captivating thing where the people are like, man, this guy's personable. He's reachable. He has a passion for this.
Yeah.
Last but not least, you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Develop good questions. Never, ever, ever leave an interview without asking good questions. Now, this is for like mid to high level positions. Okay.
Wait a minute. So I'm being interviewed, right?
Yeah.
And you want, so like they're interviewing me.
Yeah.
You want me to ask them questions?
Yeah. So at the end of the interview, they'll usually ask, "Do you have any questions?"
All right.
Yeah, and that's when you can show that you have taken ownership. Like, hey, I have done all this research. I know what makes this tick. So one time I was applying for a management position at a clinic. This was years ago. I was applying for this management position, and they said, "What questions do you have for us?" Well, I had studied the population. I'd studied everything around it. So I asked them questions like, what are you doing to address the older age demographic as a family clinic? If you're mainly trying to appeal to families, what are you doing to address that? And they would say, oh, that's a great question, blah, blah, blah. And then it led to things like, well, what would you do, Jake? Oh, I'll tell you what I would do. And they just like, they ate it up.
Yeah, you gotta have a game plan.
So the 3 base things, be proactive, be confident. Don't be overly confident, but go in there just saying, hey, I'm excited to meet you. How are you doing today? I usually liked when people addressed me first, or if I asked them how they were doing, they addressed me back. I get it. It's hard. You're nervous, but that will calm the nerves.
Yeah.
Answer with stories. Answer with stories, minute to 2 minutes long, no longer than that. Answer with stories. Most questions are behavioral based. And then last but not least, ask good questions. Take it with an ownership mentality. Dig deep, ask good questions. Ask a minimum of 2 to 3 questions. Don't overkill it. I usually only ask 2 questions every interview. Yeah. And I have a ton of more tips like that. These are just some. I have other personal tips that I'll share in a later podcast. But those were the tips that I had written down just for you guys. There's others that come to my mind. But any questions about that, John? I know you just said a little nervous.
Yeah. So yeah, I should have been prepared for this interview. You're interviewing me, and
I'm interviewing you now. Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Some questions I have.
None really, huh?
I don't know. Like, have you ever had an interview? Like, what makes a bad interview?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you got to put me on the spot. That's a really good question. Honestly, I would say what makes a bad interview is when someone kind of goes in and they act like they know more than the person that's interviewing them. I have so many stories. Yeah. I had one time this kid came in and I was telling him about the job and he goes, that's not what this job is. And I said, actually, what? Yeah, okay. And I said, well, what do you think the job is? So he goes on. I said, well, no, that's incorrect. The job is this. This is what needs to be done. Because I know, he goes, this is my field of study. I know more than you about this. And I literally said to him, I said, well, I'm hiring for the position, so I probably ought to know what I'm talking about. So I'll research it a little bit more and I'll call you back.
Jeez.
And I made him left. Another thing was someone got too personal and opened up a little bit more about their life than I wanted to hear about their opinions.
It was just a long interview? Or
interview, but like just said some things that they probably shouldn't have in the interview. Just like, yeah. So I got, and then what makes a bad interview too is if you're not engaging. So if you're really like quiet, so like a lot of people, they'll just sit there and they'll just be like, so tell us about a time. I don't really know if I have a time. I'll tell you one quick tip to combat nerves, by the way, in an interview. Yeah. If you're ever super nervous and they ask you a question, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't prepare for that. I don't know how to answer that. This is how I always address it to give me some time to think. So someone asked me a question like one time they said, judging by the demographics of the population health of this area, how would you address X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. So what I did is I just literally I went like this and went, you know what? That's a really great question. And I said,
Dude, that's
and
me too.
Yeah, and I go, and I usually take a breath,
Yeah.
and then I attack it, because literally your brain is incredible, but studies show that when you are nervous or when you have anxiety, your cognitive brain function goes down to about a 6th grade reading level. So you're scrambling looking for stuff. So if you take a breath, you take control of that situation by saying, you know what, that's a really great question. Most of the time, people are looking for how you'll act and react in situations and interviews. Yeah. So if you can just show them that you're going to be positive, light, and happy, I mean, that helped me get jobs that I probably shouldn't have gotten at a young age. Yeah. And so anyway, it's a great, awesome, I have learned to love interviewing because I just love the kind of the thrill of like.
Yeah, the one-on-one, person, yeah.
And if don't say hardworking, say that you're passionate. You can't teach passion, okay? And so anyway, those are my tips. I'll dive into more lately. If you have any more, you can email us at averagecommutepodcast@gmail.com. Again, you can email me your resumes. You can email me, hey, I'm about to go into an interview. What do you know? What can you help me with? I've done a lot of job coaching, interview coaching with a lot of students that were getting into grad schools, medical schools, and also into high-level jobs like administrative jobs. I would love to help you. That's kind of my background. So yeah, those are my business tips for the day. Barnes & Noble interview.
Barnes & Noble interview.
John, cool. You look like you have some inspiration for us. Some motivation.
I have some motivation. Oh, we get into our heart-to-heart?
Are we getting our heart-to-heart? Unless you have anything else you want to say about the business. Heart to heart.
Oh, yeah. Anything? Wait. Yeah, you said anything.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So, as I said, I haven't had an interview before. But, yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Those tips. And, yeah, just to be confident and, yeah. I think those tips really help.
Yeah. Dive into it, John. Let's do our heart-to-heart.
Heart-to-heart?
Yeah. Let's open up the heart. Open it up. Here we go, John.
We'd like to have a one-on-one conversation
with viewers.
You.
United Gamer.
United Gamer. Oh, yeah.
The OG, our first sub. He's going to be mentioned, I think, in every video.
Yeah.
United Gamer. Good talk. Hey, good talk, bros.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. Shout out United Gamer. Love that guy.
All right, John, hit us with it.
All right. So, today I think I'm just going to say off a little quote or something, you know. There's this one quote that I just saw. I think it's pretty cool. It says, lead from the heart.
Ooh.
And we're on heart to heart right now. You know. So, I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. Lead from the heart, not the head.
Whoa. Dive into that. What do you think that means?
Okay. Yeah. I'll give my little 2 cents on that. So, I think with nowadays, I've talked on the last podcast, I talked about anxiety, I've talked about like depression and stuff. And I think obviously the heart doesn't have like any like control of like your, you know, whatever. It just pumps blood, you know, whatever. Anyways, but when people say lead from the heart, I think it's like with a passion. Like the head, sometimes we can get so like caught up with anxiety, and we can get so caught up like if we have an interview and something we can't really think at all.
Yeah.
And I think when it says lead from the heart, I think it says lead from what you're passionate about. Because with like passion, you put your heart into your passion, right? You don't put your head into your passion. You put your head into calculus and math problems.
Right.
So I think lead to what something like something that you are passionate about. So like, I don't know, if you want to go out and make your community better or something, you gotta lead with your heart and stuff. And then later, when you get into all the logistics and stuff, you can plan it out and stuff. But I thought that was a really cool quote. Lead from the heart, not the head. But yeah.
Preach, John, preach. I love that.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
So I had the COO of Intermountain Healthcare, Rob Allen, super good guy.
Yeah.
He once told a friend of mine, and I love this. He said, quote, "I can teach anyone to do about anything.
The head.
But I can't teach passion. Let your passion drive you." And I took that to heart. For those who know me personally, and every time I say this, people always are like, oh, really, Trey? You know, like, I always make fun of me. I'm an extremely passionate person.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, my biggest weakness is I tend to just get overly passionate about things. John can tell you as my younger brother. But I am extremely passionate, and it's what drives me. And if I'm not passionate about something, then I lose all focus and all interest in it.
Yeah.
And so I love that, because if you have a passion for what you're doing, and a passion can be developed, by the way. It can be developed.
It can be developed.
It's not something that it's just like, oh, I'm passionate about this, I'm not passionate about that. You can develop a passion for anything if you really want to.
So when you say like develop, like, yeah, let's say you can develop a skill.
Yeah.
Like you can develop
a
basketball skill, like a muscle memory where you shoot that, you can develop that.
Right.
So like how would you develop like a passion? Which is a tough question, I know. So
you know, John, that's a great question. Just kidding.
Breathe.
Yeah. No, I think you develop a passion for it by trying to seek what you love about it. And that can be really hard in certain situations. There are some things, Kate. There are some worthwhile, or there are some things that need to be evaluated that are okay to quit. Okay, like there's some things in life that it's okay to go. I probably shouldn't be doing that anymore. I shouldn't try to develop a passion for that anymore. It's gone.
It's gone.
You know,
out the window.
But there's other things that, like, let's say, you know, you have to work a certain job to make ends meet. Golly, and it's terrible. You hate your manager, you hate your boss, things like that. You can find a way to develop a passion for it. So find the ways, and this is how I would do it. Find the things that you love about whatever you're doing. Find the things like, well, let's say you're passionate about business and you're working as a grocer at Safeway.
Yeah.
One thing you can do is, how can I make this grocery line the most efficient, the most lean it can be? How can I do this better? How can I make my line the best line in the world? And so you gotta take that mentality, that love, and that passion that you have for other things, and you just develop it by going, okay, I'm going to apply it to this. I'm going to apply it to this, and slowly watch it to grow. And so that's, for me, that's how you develop a passion. Is you seek those things that you like about it, and you just build off it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you try to make the best of it.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what you're saying.
Right, and you build upon those. It's like when they say, make your weaknesses strong. I have a lot of weaknesses, and if you ask my wife, I have a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah.
But the way that I make weaknesses strong is I find the strengths that I have, and I go, okay, in this weakness, I love to do X, Y, and Z over here. I'm going to take those things, I'm going to see how they apply to that weakness, and I'm going to try to just integrate it with it.
Yeah, go head on.
Head on.
And then make it the best it can be.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. And like what you said about passion and stuff, like you, in your interview, you don't want to say you're hardworking, you want to say you're passionate.
Yeah.
And so that's like something that you can like mold and make it the best. Anyway. Yeah. That's my 2 cents. That's your 2 cents.
Yeah, love it.
I like that quote.
Yeah, incredible quote. Honestly, and that I'm going to kind of leave it with that quote because I absolutely love it. Yeah. Honestly, and I have something, but it had to do with passion, so I think that perfectly ties in. But heart to heart. To heart. You guys, if you're struggling to like find passion in life, to find passion and motivation in what you do, reach out to us. Comment below. We'd love to even like just go one-on-one with you. We'd love to even create a podcast around some of your questions and some of your things. Yeah. And talk about it.
We should do like a Q&A. Yeah. If you have enough people, like comment down like below or email us or like, DM or anything. But yeah, we would love to do Q&A. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
And I honestly, one of my favorite things to do in the workplace was to take somebody who was struggling or take someone at nothing and make something out of it. We tend to spend 80% on 80% of our time on 20% of the issue. And so how can we, balance that all out? And that's something I really love to figure out. But over time, I love to work on that. But you guys are incredible. Find passion in what you do. Become the best at what you do. If you hate the job you're working at, sometimes it's okay to evaluate it, quit it, and find a better job. Sure. But don't quit it until you find a better job. Yeah. Sometimes you just need to suck it up and you need to go, okay, grind. How can I make this the best dang experience of my life? Evaluate it, write it down, and just act. Just do. Okay? Yeah, that's true. And so, and let your passion for life and let your passion for what you want to do drive you. Like this podcast, I'm passionate about helping people. That's all I want to do with this podcast. So I'm going to let it drive me.
Yeah.
To one day it'll be successful.
To one day be 100,000 million subscribers.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, you guys are incredible. You guys are great.
Shout out to subscribers.
Shout out to our subscribers. You guys like, share, subscribe, and
comment
below.
And also put on the push notifications on.
Oh, put notifications on.
Little shout out.
And John, can you tell them where we're located on social media?
All right, so Instagram, just all lowercase, The Average Commute, no space. We have Facebook.
At Average Commute, instead of the O being O, it's a 0. So at Average Commute with a 0.
Pop-up tag somewhere over here.
We're gonna have pop-up tags. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You like to tweet at Average Commute with a 0.
And I think we might be expanding out to for different platforms like SoundCloud,
iTunes,
maybe Spotify.
We'll see. So we also have short videos that John and I like to do. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook. This has been another edition of Average Commute, the Average Commute podcast. You guys are incredible. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.